Hello! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good God, man. What are you thinking? I'm Nathan.
And I'm Lee.
Great to see you again. Welcome to, this is all about the bass, and it's all about the bass. And hey, look at these beauties.
You may recognise some of these. Pretty classic shape.
Well, yeah.
Classic bass. Yes, man. So, we've got some Rickenbackers, and it's lovely, lovely to see. These are the first few that we've got through. I think we've got a couple of... oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, well done. I need to learn these things, these tricks. So we got the 4003, lovely Ricky, classic Rickenbacker bass, and the 4003S, or the special. A few little tweaks on that, which we'll get onto. But absolutely, yeah, we were sort of riffing a bit of Motorhead. Obviously, Lemmy's
But you've had loads of comments sort of over the episode. People are always saying, please do something on Ricky basses. And this is the first opportunity we've had, really.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a jolly good look at these ones.
Indeed.
So the first thing, my first question to you is, what's the difference?
So the special, which you have there, man. The only main difference is it's a little bit more stripped back on the finesse of the finishing. So no binding on the neck or the body like this one has.
Right.
And also you've got the diamond sort of inlays on the standard 4003.
You've just got dots here.
That's it, man. Yeah, dot
so
inlays.
Basically, when they say special, I mean not so
Not
special.
so special.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I mean, apparently the special came around with the S. So the 4001 was one of the first production basses which had two pickups.
And when was that?
That was 61, I believe, 61. So it was 57 was the 4000, which was their first ever bass.
So 1957, the first ever Rickenbacker.
That's it, man. Yeah, with just the one pickup.
Okay.
The 4001 came out in 61.
Right.
That was the two pickup version, just like this.
Look just like that?
Looks, just like this. I mean, this is a bit of a special edition with the walnut satin finish.
Okay, but I mean body shape,
but glossed. Yeah, absolutely.
Headstock and binding and all that.
That's it. Exactly the same as you're seeing today.
Right. It's very pretty. I have to say, I've always loved the look of Rickenbacker guitars and basses.
Same here. Yeah, absolutely. Same here. It's got a. You can just see them from a mile off. Same with the guitars. You can tell exactly what it is.
They look amazing, and they sound great too. I mean, they're such a unique tone.
They've definitely got their own sound. But absolutely, yes. So the special part of it came in a little bit later, 64,
right.
Which was is interesting. Obviously, a very key year for us as well. Andertons was when we started. I want to try and look into if we were stocking them in that year as well, because it'd be quite interesting to say, hey, they're back properly. I mean, we've been dealing with them for a little while, but stocking wise, trying to get them in for free stock is so hard because they're so popular.
Right.
A little bit of a delay with it takes a longer production time to build these basses and guitars.
So obviously these are handmade American guitars, right?
They are, yeah, in LA, in their factory. Apparently there's been some restrictions on the production of some of the guitar manufacturers in LA, which has had a little bit of an effect on the production of these basses. So you can wait a little bit of time if there's a certain colour that you want and a certain finish. But we have them coming through pretty steadily, but there's a little bit of a wait. So just give us a call on that for more info.
You're in luck.
Absolutely, yeah, lovely walnuts. These are, but again, these probably won't stick around because we've waited for these for a little while. So, as soon as they come in, it's just nice to have some free stock to actually talk about instead of them being ordered straight away and they're out the door.
So imagine, this one, if it's got a few less features.
Yes, sorry, man.
So I guess that's going to be reflected in the price, right?
It is indeed. You're looking at about sort of £300 cheaper on the special model.
Right.
So this one's 2089, I believe. Remember my notes. 2079.
Right.
And this one is 2359 at the moment.
Okay.
So yeah, about 300 quid difference.
I mean, about $2,000 then, just a little bit more for that one.
Yeah, that's it. And one key thing actually I haven't mentioned as well is this one is just mono. So one thing about their sound, which we will get onto, which we're playing around with today, you may see that you've got two inputs on the bass. So you've got the Ric-O-Sound, which is a stereo input, and the standard mono jack as well.
Right.
So there's a couple of things you can do with those.
Stereo output.
Sorry, output, yes. It's your input, but it's your output. Yeah. That's it.
It's not an input. You can't plug your MP3 player in.
No, that's it.
Cool.
So, but yeah, so on the S model, say it's a little bit before that, but say 1964, these were the first basses brought in by Rose Morris. Back in the day when they were a distributor, I had the pleasure of working for those guys for a little bit as well on Denmark Street. But yeah, 64, these were the first imports of Rickenbacker into the UK and into Europe, and it went under a different model name. I think it's the RM 1999, something, but under Rose Morris's distribution company.
Because of course, you've got lots of famous Ricky users, Ricky bass users, and so I can imagine at that time Paul McCartney was using one, right?
That's right.
Around the sort of Sgt. Pepper era.
Yeah, that's it. I know Rickenbacker through Cliff Burton. Like being a massive Metallica fan, that was the first. Like, what is that? Right. What is that he's playing? Just something completely just took my eye. Something of your sort of standard. Yeah. He had an Aria Pro 2 he was using at the time, which was just a black humbucker. Just pretty standard. And then you rock up with this. And then
in the intro, of course, we covered a bit of Lemmy. He was a very famous user.
That's it.
And a bit of Rush, bit of Geddy Lee.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got Chris Squire.
Chris Squire from Yes. Yeah, and actually, apparently, there's a bit of a story around how the Ric-O-Sound feature came about was, I think, through Chris Squire.
Right.
He had one of the original one pickup 4000 monophonic pickup, and actually wired it to split it and to have a stereo signal coming out. And I think that's what they took on as like. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a good idea. Let's introduce that.
All right, we'll have a little look at the Ric-O-Sound in a while. But first, I guess we could just run through some of the sounds as it is.
Of course, yeah. And I just touched quickly on the spec as well, just so you guys know. So you can see on the back here it's a through neck construction.
Yeah,
so
same with this.
That's it. So maple through neck, walnut. Body for the rest of it, the wings that are put on the sides. Nice little walnut finish on the headstock as well.
Lovely detail.
Which is nice. Instead of keeping that all one maple, they've added the walnut. Nice.
So, to be honest with you, I mean, $2,000, that's not a lot of money really when you're looking at, a through neck handmade American bass, is it?
No, it's very true. And you think when we're looking at, we've had some Spectre bits and pieces we looked at before as well, where similar sort of neck through construction with the maple wings or whatever they use to on the sides. And yeah, you're looking, say, around still the £1,700-1,800 for a Czech made, real high quality. So you're looking same sort of money, really. You think, say, for the States is normally you get that extra little bit of premium because of the quality. But,
nice.
But absolutely. And then it's sort of controls wise. So we touched on the Ric-O-Sound with the outputs. You've got a tone and volume for each pickup, and you've got the three-way pickup selector. So you've got bridge, both together, and neck. And say just like the bound body on this one, bound neck. The hardware's quite interesting as well. This is Rickenbacker designed all their own design on bridge.
I know you're just going to get onto the bridge thing. Yeah, before you do that, let's just do the sounds because we're yapping. Of course, and you've just talked about the pickup, so just cut in and we'll do the. Well, you play. I'll have a fiddle about.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Well, should we see what that sounds like then?
Absolutely, man. So
you have a play.
Cool.
And I'll have a little twiddle about.
Right.
And we'll see what happens.
Right.
So we'll start off with the back pickup.
Nice. I've got to adjust myself. So we'll touch on this big pickup cover in a while as well.
Don't mention that.
It's just finding where I can put my thumb. But yeah.
Also, we've got a little push-pull pot on the back here.
Yeah.
This is for the rear pickup. And it says push standard, pull vintage. So you've got a couple of tone circuits there for this back pickup.
That's the one.
So I shall be twiddling with that as well. Have a listen out for that.
Cool.
Hit me.
Nice.
Very nice. I like it.
They've got, as I say, they've got their own personality. They've got their own sound, which I love. I say apologies. I'm struggling there a little bit just for hand positioning. So I'm so used to a jazz bass.
Should we just mention the sort of talent inhibitor that they've built into this bass?
That's a good way of saying.
For what reason, I have no idea. What's this?
Yeah, it's a pickup cover like you may find on a sort of older Fender, like the P bass and the jazz bass used to have those.
Oh yes,
pickup
of course they
covers
did.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know the reason particularly why. If it was an aesthetic thing. I know down the bridge plate, like this has got, the Fenders were designed with the mutes that you could raise or lower to bring in that.
So I suppose Fender just kind of phased them out, realising that nobody was using them, like the covers and stuff.
I think
and Ricky just held on to it. Because the thing is, you can take this off, but it's not straightforward. You're going to have to basically take the strings off, disassemble this whole bit, and then sort of remove this and then put it all back together again. It's not going to be a quick job.
No, is it? We thought we'd have a little play just to see. It's like, can you just take that off and it adjusts the pickup height inside, so up and down.
No,
it's just not coming out. So yeah, you need to take the whole plate out and start again as you said. Really.
Okay, but once this is off, it's going to be a lot more playable, right?
I think so. I mean, I'm just trying to see here. I mean, I would naturally try and rest on the pickup. Or on the E string if you're playing anything else but the E. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a little bit alien for me just playing with my fingers, but the pick is really nice and comfortable back down the bridge.
Now you just touched on the mutes there. Now that's I like this because this is a cool sound, isn't it?
It is.
If you twiddle about these little things here.
Yeah. So do you know what? I'll do this side because you've got to do it at the same time. Apparently, I just figured this out. Otherwise, it gets a little bit stuck.
Go on then.
So
that makes sense. Actually, yeah. Go on.
It's like quarter turn.
And it's like a little foam saddle comes up.
Yeah.
So keep going. You've got miles to go.
All right. Oh, look, now I've stopped. That's it, mate. There we go. I can do mine now. All right, is that getting this?
Very muted here. Yeah.
Yes, right.
Right, here we go. Let's have a listen to this.
Yeah, with the muted sound, this may be a little bit different.
That's pretty cool, man.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
That controls it a little bit easier. I find it actually.
That gives you a real old sort of James Jameson sort of Motown-y sort of soul sound, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Just that real quick note to it. So yeah, and again, just watch yourself with that. Just that's one thing I've found. Just make sure you're trying to raise like each one a little bit at a time. Otherwise, one end gets stuck.
All right.
Just start going down.
See how fast we can get that off. In between songs, you're at the gig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
You're getting it.
Yes.
Boom.
There you go. Next one. Just get the singer to talk a bit in between songs, and you'll be fine.
Adjust your mute. Fine. So
right, I guess we should have a quick look at this one.
Yes, let's do it.
Although, I mean, it ain't going to be much different, is it? Is it really cosmetic differences we're talking about?
It is.
Apart from the Ric-O-Sound thing, we're going to look at that in a minute.
We'll come back to that. Yeah, I was going to say that. So that's.
It looks like the same circuit because you've got that push-pull pot on the back.
That's exactly right.
Standard / vintage sound.
Yep.
The playing obstruction there. Mutes.
Mutes are in there as well. Yep.
Yeah.
And it is, like we were saying, it's a D-shaped neck. Again, it's similar scale, same radius, same nut width. Everything is the same.
Yes, it's quite a pronounced sort of D, isn't it, down this end? I noticed that when I first picked it up, which if you're not used to it is a bit odd. But you play it for a little bit and it's all right.
It's exactly what we're saying. So initially I had the same thing, but now we've had a little bit of a play and a little bit warmer with it. It becomes quite natural quite quickly. But yeah, it's really just dot inlays, a little bit stripped back on the aesthetic, so no binding around the body or the neck, and yeah, just a mono, straight sort of normal input. So
okay, so same. It's going to be the same sound essentially, just 300 quid less.
Yes,
270 quid less. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah,
there or thereabouts. All right,
cool.
Shall we have a go?
Let's have a listen.
I'll play it with the pick, right, for you pick aficionados. Because we like to think we cover all the styles.
We try.
I'll slap it in a minute. See how you like that.
Slap the Ricky.
Right, here we go. Then you do something on there. I'll do this. interesting. So as you jump, hop, and skip over this thing, it really changes the tone.
It really, yeah,
like
it
radically,
does.
as you'd expect, of course, it would with any bass. So I think if you're going to seriously gig with this, get rid of this, take this off, because otherwise,
might be advisable.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's the first thing I'd do. Have it in bits. Invalidate the warranty, and that's the end of that.
We might be able to get yeah.
All right, well there we go then. That's what they sound like. So I guess now, so the last thing to look at then is the Ric-O-Sound feature on this one here.
Yeah.
What does it allow you to do?
So it allows, so you have the mono output, so you could use it straight out, just exactly like we've heard that the S version there, or you can use the stereo output, so you can have a little bit of, you can split what amps you're going to. Okay. So we've set it up today going through the EBS, so the bass side. We've got the neck. I think we've got the neck. Have we got the neck going to the? We split it by pickup.
Yeah, it's
a little bit different. So we've got basically one.
We're not sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we've got one pickup going through the bass amp and one going through the Victory V40 Deluxe just behind us here. We've got a Golden Fleece on the guitar signal. So we've got the Golden Fleece fuzz going straight into the V40, and we've got an EBS Octabass.
Right.
As you can see just down here, going through the bass amp. So
this would appeal to like sort of Royal Blood fans. Is that a good example?
Yeah, absolutely. It's that idea of splitting the signal and just having that opportunity to mess around with those signals individually, what you're going through.
Okay. And switch between the two. So you can have just normal sort of clean bass, and then go up the neck and do a bit of twiddly fuzz.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
So yeah, you can just you can really experiment with what you're going through each path and each amplifier. So I think he's got a pretty mental setup, the dude from Royal Blood, but we just sort of touched on that sort of idea. Yeah, okay. Just one fuzz, one octave, but together I think you'll hear it's a pretty mean sound.
Take it away.
Shall I? Okay.
Okay, so here we have there's two sockets here. One is standard and the other one says Ric-O-Sound. So we have a stereo jack cable here, which is going to a kind of a splitter box, an AB or Y splitter.
Yeah.
So that gives you one signal from the bass, splits it into two, and then you can have one going through your bass amp, another one going through a guitar amp, for instance. You could have any variation on that. And then with the nature of this splitter box, we can have the bass amp or the guitar amp or both. So we shall demonstrate that.
Nice.
Right now. So let's see where we are then. Have a twiddle about, see what we got. I think that's your bass.
That's the bass.
There's your guitar amp. Nice bit of reverb.
Nice.
And they're both cool. Right. And then we add some effects onto that. So a bit of octave on the bass. Bit of fuzz on the guitar side. Yeah, man. Do it.
It's great.
I'll tell you what, I like that. That's good, isn't it? I'm a fan of that.
And you think what you can do to, you just don't have to have those combinations of pedals. You can do what you want, but it just opens up endless possibilities.
A whole new can of worms.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so there you go. There's your Ric-O-Sound.
That is your Ric-O-Sound. But you don't have to use that. You've got the other input as well if you want to just play it as a normal, straight through into your bass amp as well. But this just opens up a few more options.
Okay.
But come down and give them a go, as with anything. It's really just come come in the store. We've got both on display, both ready to try as well. We get you set up with this similar sort of setup if you need as well, guitar amps, bass amps, whatever you need. Just come and see one of us and we'll get you set up.
Don't come and see me. I'll be at home.
Not Nathan, yeah, I'll be at home.
Watching daytime TV.
Yeah, lovely. Wicked.
So that's it then. Well, listen, this has been All About the Bass. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little segment. If you have, click down here somewhere, subscribe. Come and join us. We're here every week.
Oh yes.
And talking nonsense. So come along and join us.
Love it.
I've been Nathan.
I've been Lee.
Thanks very much. See you next time.
See you soon.
I wasn't kidding when I said I was going to slap it.
Wicked.
Very good.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.